Testing, testing. Hello, hello, testing. Welcome aboard, folks. We're continuing with our hub hop tour of 7 sectors total. Today we're flying our 3rd sector from San Francisco to Denver. So we're sitting at parking bay Echo 10. In our sim it's actually Echo 67, but I think today it's Echo 10. And let's have a look at the chart. We're expecting to depart on runway 1 left. There's no ATC in San Francisco at the moment, so I'm using ATIS, real world ATIS, showing a departure of runway 1 left and 1 right, so we'll do 1 left, which will be simpler for us. So we're trying to go, we'll push back facing left, and then we'll taxi via probably Alpha is simpler, although they usually want to go Bravo, and Bravo to holding point Mike 1, runway 1 left. Let me show you the route for the whole journey. There we go, all the way to Denver, and the flight distance in our computer is showing at 887 nautical miles, and the flight time will be, I think it's approximately 2 hours. So we've boarded, we have a full flight, 166 passengers, and we are all set up for departure. I just need to start the APU, disconnect ground power, and retract the jetway, and then we can get underway. So bear with me as we prepare to depart, and feel free to chime in anytime you have any questions. I'll probably be more responsive while we're still on the ground, and also once we're at least the second half of our climb out to cruise altitude. Cruise altitude for the day is going to be flight level 370, and we'll be landing in Denver, which has got is a high altitude runway, 5,350. Let's put that as our landing altitude. That's good. All right. So first things first, we've closed the doors. Let's retract the jetway. Okay, yeah, jetway is retracting. Okay, let's get the APU started up. We'll need a little bit of fuel for that. Like usual, we might get off a little bit early, but today, in addition to doing Sector 3 of the 7-sector United Hub Hop Tour, we're also actually flying a real-world flight, which is also departing at 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern. So I would wait for them, except as it is, it's going to be close to midnight when I pack up. So if we get off a little bit early, I don't mind. We'll check in with the real-world flight. So we've got the same flight number as the real-world flight, United 859, and we've got the same route as the real-world route as well. We pulled it from that route, from that flight, assuming they haven't changed it since the last time I looked. Okay, APU is on the bus. APU bleeds on. Okay, that was my streaming notice. So let's launch Smart Cars 3. Select our flight and indicate we're flying on VATSIM, which we are. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and get that connected. Okay, flight started successfully. So now we're connected to our United Virtual database, so it'll automatically sync the flight data into that, and I'll get the hours credit for it. Okay. We got some ground communication here. Seatbelt signs on. So before start, because if we push, we're probably going to start up right as we push, so we need to do the before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel. Let's check. Fuel required per the plan is 15,571, and we have 15,845. We're good there. And Passenger signs are on. Windows locked MCP is set. Climb initially to 5,000. Takeoff speeds are also set. CDU pre-flight is completed. Aileron trim has been set. Taxi briefing, I think we did. But let's go review that again. And okay, that's where we are at the airport, and we're coming down to one left. So I guess we could actually go.
Canadian 670 Heavy pushing back Dan Foxtrot 19.
Okay, it's Foxtrot 19. So I can push back, and then we can find our way to Bravo. I say we go on Alpha around the corner and then cut across to Bravo, and then Bravo down to Mike 1. As for the departure, it is the Trunken 2 departure, and that's what that looks like. So we need to climb heading of 014 to 520 feet, then right direct to tide, cross tide at or above 3,000, then on track 043 to Trucken. And actually, technically, you're cleared until flight level 190, but they usually give us something lower like 5,000. So I'll simulate the reality on VATSIM, and then we'll just crank it up as we approach that. Okay. So we're a little bit early compared to the real world flight, but we'll look into that one once we're airborne. Okay. So we'll shut the packs off in anticipation of starting up. And the APU is running. We're getting dual bleed from that, so we can disconnect the ground power. One last check of the QNH. Should be 29er, 89er. Okay, slight change. I don't think it would have made a VRAF difference. Okay, so let's call our pushback tracks.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Roger, we're ready too.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Anti-collision line. Here comes the pushback truck.
Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released at 0116.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So we're pushing back 14 minutes early. Get all the pumps on, and let's start engine number 2. Into motoring, 21%. Okay, fuel flow on.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, engine number 2 started. Let's start engine number 1. Thanks, buddy. Into 21% motoring. Into rising 22, 23, 24, 25 fuel flow on. Yep, so we're going to go Alpha, round the corner, and then switch over to Bravo, and then to holding point Mike 1. Into 58%. 59, 60, 61, 63, starter cut out. Okay, we've got 2 good engine starts. And stabilized. Okay, let's get them on the bus. Give folks some air conditioning again. And turn off the APU bleed, and turn off the APU. Taxi light on. switches to continuous. And we're all set up here. That's fine. Check the controls. Left, center, right, center, forward, center, back, center. Okay, controls checked out. Let's do the before taxi checklist. Generators are on, probe heat on, anti-ice not needed, isolation valves auto, engine start switches to continuous, recall checked, auto brakes to RTO, engine start levers idle detent, and flight controls checked and ground equipment clear. Fuel flow. Excellent. On. San Francisco traffic United 859 out of stand Echo 10 is taxiing to holding point Mike 1 for runway 01 left via Alpha Bravo. Mike 1, San Francisco traffic. Parking brakes off. Ready, Victor? Ready. Here we go. There was somebody pushing back from down that way, but I don't know if he's online anymore. Clear left, clear right, clear left. So what we'll do is we'll taxi to the holding point, runway 01 left, and then we'll check for any traffic in the area that's likely to cross. It looks like they're landing on the 28s, so the ones intersect like that. You can see intersect the 28s. So just got to make sure the area is clear. At least enough for us to depart. We're going to follow this around. Dog leg out to Bravo coming up here.
Approaching 01 left.
we get on the runway. We're partly on already. Just setting the thing up. And a quick gander on with me. No traffic. San Francisco traffic, United 859 now lining up runway 01 left for an immediate departure on the truck and 2 departure for Denver. Actually, this is Mike. I didn't see Mike 1. There's a wind coming from our left.
On runway 01.
Okay, forward
left.
pressure on the controls. Throttle up to 40%. Stable, tilted. Look, that goes by itself. I'm just holding it there in case I want to abort the takeoff, which I can do before we reach V1 speed. 8 knots. 8 knots, I release the forward pressure on the control.
$3,000 remaining.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
2,000 remaining.
Positive brake gear up. San Francisco traffic, United 859 airborne, passing 2,600 for 5,000. Next one. Flaps up. Keep climbing. Level 370. San Francisco traffic, United 859 now climbing from 4,000 feet to cruise out flight level 370, final call for United 859 San Francisco traffic. So like we often find ourselves in a position of having approximately 500 pounds of fuel above the plane. But that's okay. Okay, let's do the after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on, tanks are on auto, landing gear is up, and flaps are up without any lights. After takeoff checklist completed. Okay, it looks like a very nice clear day. Getting a little bit of turbulence. So we keep the seatbelt signs on a little bit longer. But it's clear enough for us to switch our engine start switches to auto. Beautiful clear day. Okay, let's take a look at our departure. We're on the Truckin 2 departure. Final waypoint on the Truckin 2 is Shira. You can see where the color changes from a magenta to from a reddish color to a purplish color. And when we hit Cosmic, we're going to turn to the right a little bit. It's actually a nice departure. It's very good. We will have visibility into Denver, where there's also mountains. A lot of 14,000 foot peaks in Denver. That was the 10,000 foot blip. Hey, turbulent. Okay, back to the flight plan. So there we can see we just passed Cosmic. And there's our whole journey. And we have 850 miles, 59 miles to go. Estimated arrival time right now is 0339, and we're 0136. So we've got 2 hours, about 2 hours, just about 2 hours to go. I think that time will shorten up a little bit. So you can see on our multifunction display the terrain, which is in this bright green. But the green indicates it's safe. We're well above it. Okay, Cosmic 46. So I'll show you on VatScope. We're this little red marker here, and we are on the way to Denver. And right now, Denver's to the right of the screen, top right there. Right now, there's nobody at Denver. and it looks like no ATC en route at this point in time anyway. So no stress flight with pretty good weather, it seems. Okay, we're climbing through flight level 189 now for 370. Okay, so let's do some fun stuff. I'm going to set up something on my iPad to see if I can find okay. I'm using Planefinder to search for United 850. Okay, turn a filter on just for that aircraft. So let's go over to the west coast. Look for San Francisco. United 859. So it looks like they have not even come alive yet. Okay, I just switched off San Francisco and now I'm on Unicom. We've been airborne approaching 16 minutes. We're passing flight level 314 and we're climbing to 370. Let's take a look at, we've got about 159 miles to our next waypoint, which is right there. Let's check at VNav and see what it thinks about our optimal cruise out. Yeah, see, I think we can do 390. So let's keep climbing to 390. Okay, so what I would do is I would just go ahead and dial it up. And then hit the Alt and it's updated on the flight altitude, and it should be updated on our cruise out page as well. Unicom traffic United 859, climbing out of flight level 330, originally for 370, but we're amending cruise out to 390. United 859, Unicom traffic. There's a few aircraft in the area that might have broken. Just arriving. Flight from San Diego to Sacramento, which we just passed to our left. I'm gonna change the view of the outside to the other side of the aircraft. Very nice. Okay, so we're about to pass our originally planned cruise out of 370. And we're climbing up to 390. And on the VNav page, you can see that yeah, it actually says the optimal cruise out will be 385 and the maximum is 395. But if we remain at 370, we will be 15,000 feet below optimum. But by going up to flight level 390, we're only 5,000 feet above the optimal. So I think that would be more optimal. And now the only quote unquote issue we'll have is we'll accumulate more fuel than in the plan, just because at high altitudes you burn less fuel. But you know what? That's the kind of a problem that we can deal with. And let's have a look how much leeway we have on the flight plan. Looking at, I'll show this to you. If we look at the estimated landing rate, that's this one, and compared to maximum landing, which is this one. So we've got about 11,500 pounds of leeway for accumulating fuel. So I just don't think that's going to be a problem. Even if we say if we accumulate more fuel than the plan, we're never going to touch that 11 extra. So I think we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight
And we're
attendants
now
will shortly be making
coming
their
up
way
to
through the
flight
cabin
level
to offer various
390
beverages of your choice. There will also be a selection of goods available for purchase, and we can accept most credit cards,
So
check,
take us,
and cash. If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask.
23
Now I'd like you to
minutes
sit back,
get up
relax, and
to
enjoy
this
the flight.
cruise out from takeoff to this point. And so our top of descent, if we zoom out a little bit, then you see top of the descent is right over there, is about 616 miles away. And it's about an hour and 20 minutes away. So what I'd say is we'll start planning for our arrival after Jessica, which is the next waypoint. Yeah, that'd be perfect. We'll get an updated fuel burn figure, and then we'll be able to calculate out landing information. So right now, we actually still don't have anybody at Denver. Oh, wait a minute, there is. Denver is. So they are there's no arrival numbers. The real date, Denver is saying departing runway 8, 17 to 25. Arrival six left, 17 right. Perfect. Well, I think we were going to pick 16 left, and I'll show you why. So we're landing on 16 left, and our parking is right here in the it's Bravo 49, middle pier, to the right there. So, and why we picked this one is, look, this runway leads right up to the terminal area. So it's the shortest way to get to our parking lot. And let's take a look at VatScope. display this to the bottom right of this screen. The orange means there's some kind of staff looks like it's a T, so it has tower. Okay, we have Denver. Denver is alive. Excellent. So we'll pick up, I guess it would be Denver Center, but let's try moving that down. Still a ways to go before we get to Denver, but it's worth noting the frequency. Denver Center. Is 127650. And then what else do we get at Denver? Denver approach. Which is 12035. So far there's no ground, but perfect. So if we look at our flight plan, see that right at Jessica is where we switch over to Salt Lake City, the Salt Lake Center, and then at Ludo, which is the next waypoint, is when we cross into Denver. So you can see Ludo here on the chart. It's not quite there yet. Zoomed out, and you can see Ludo. It's 397 miles away. So Denver Center is about 390 miles away. So about 50 minutes away. Could just program it in 12761. See if we can pick it up. very faint. Coming up to waypoint Jasper. Okay, yeah, so we're accumulating an increasing amount of fuel. We have 700 pounds more fuel than the plan, which is fine. I think we're going to have even more, but unfortunately our next checkpoint is going to be Ludo. So we try to anticipate what we're going to have. So I'm going to say that's about 40 minutes away. So I'm going to say we're going to maybe accumulate another 200 pounds. So we're going to be about 900 pounds above the plan, in terms of our remaining fuel. So with that, we know we want to do 1/6 left. See if that's still available. Yeah, we can still do 1/6 left. Which is in our plan. Course will be 173. Okay, so minimums coming into the ILS is 5,557. We should shoot for Kurt, which is 12 miles. Fine. Five, 7. So it's going to be 5, 5, 6, 7. Okay. The minimum is set. And so it looks like our, okay, so I'll intercept. I'm going to say it's at Kurt, so it's going to be like around 9,000 feet. Missed approach altitude it's going to be 12,000. Parking bay. Preferred parking is going to be Bravo 49 or Bravo 47 or Bravo 51. Okay. So now we just need to work out landing weight. So we said we're estimating 9,900 pounds over. So our landing weight is probably going to be 142.3. And we'll do flaps 30 with auto brakes 3. And now let's see how realistic that is. visual performance tool. For the landing en route at KDEN. Runway 16 left. Ignore gradients. Times 30. Landing will be 142.3. Okay, let's go ahead and calculate that. Don't have any information, so we'll take a look at our report diagram for runway 16. We really could cruise until the end, but ideally if we could get up at Fox 4, that would be great. But let's see, Fox 4 is about 70% of the runway. The runway is 12,000. So 8,400. So we need something that stops us at around 8,400. And the best we have is YOLOBOX 3, which is 8,100. So our initial thought of YOLOBOX 3 is good. And let's remind ourselves of what the exit was. It looks like we wanted Foxtrot 4. Okay, so it's a left exit Foxtrot 4. And we still have a couple beyond that we could use. So I think we'd go on to golf. Yeah. Thanks again, golf. So Fox 4, then on to golf. And then down to Bravo November 1. Green to Parking Bay Bravo 49er. Okay, and at Ludo, let's see. Ludo is still well before our top of the set, so just do another fuel check there. Read and bump for the final check. Address any changes. Okay, so arrival information echo, and right now it's 30, altimeter is 3018. We do have a Denver approach. We do have Denver approach, so yeah, so we should be given vectors to intercept the ILS, which is helpful. Looks a little bit weathery right now. Okay, one thing I want to do is I'm just going to review the approach. So looking for the first waypoint is bump on the approach pattern. Bump that has no altitude restrictions. Okay. Snowy doesn't either. And bow doesn't either. So a basin is where flight level 270 or above. KT000, nothing, and then ski. Ski, we need to be between flight level 200 and flight level 212. BGD, Big D, 250 knots between 17,000 flight level, 17,000 and flight level 210. Yep, and then tail rate need to be between 15,000 and 17,000. And then at Epic, we need to be 240 knots between 13,000 and 15,000. So all these, you have to subtract about 5,500 to get the actual radio altimeter. So that's between 8,000 and 10,000. Okay, we're going to get vectors into ILS 16 left. And I think he's going to make us turn around. Case, but I have KDEN, which is Untitled. We'll see. And if you look at KDEN, that's at 8,000. So you might actually be approach, takeoff. Climb to 5,900, then climb right, turn to 12,000 feet on a heading of 218 degrees.
This year, 6 to 10 here, steering wheel,
holding point at
video
cruise.
radar factor 3, but for spring 6 party radar factor 3. Now south maintain 0,000, departure speed 13410. Reback correct.
So we have, till landing, we have about 470 miles to go, and about 1 hour and 10 minutes to go. On top of descent, we should get to 0309, which is in about 42 minutes. Currently Denver conditions, broken at 20,000 feet, broken at 14,000 feet, scattered at takeoff. Knots on the south, so we'll be heading into that. Oh, I didn't notice that my VREF additive was 8 knots.
Denver, center, runway 23, sorry, runway
to our left is WestJet
Yeah, 794.
1512. in
Intercepting
LA.
ILS roughly 16 plus approach. Runway 17 left and via Bravo, Texas. And 23 ready to contact Dan. And 23 Roger, Simon can play Buffalo at Newport.
Case of a weather injection. Let's check on our turbulence.
20 flight 30 on 5 bridge.
We do have a little bit of turbulence. But maybe not as high. There we go. Get a bit bumpy descending to Denver. There's another short opportunity to get folks out of their seats coming out, but then we'll have to turn.
2064 runway 8 next to the Bravo Sierra. United 1023 shown areas of like 2 moderate precipitation credits. Your swim block for the next 20-30 miles. So you can space.
So that's a Delta Airlines going from Minneapolis to Las Vegas. So Ludo is 93 miles away. So when it's about 20 miles away, we'll check in with Denver Center. Is available at
I think that many for the running.
Denver.
Wait for one here.
Oh, yeah. 1336 Emerson turn.
Southwest or different to the southwest 30 km further to just a step away for about 20.
That's the segment 72 might be. Keep the Planefinder script from native frequency fusion group.
Over to Unicom, thanks to the agency and have a very rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Delta 475 different center right now. There, contact B6 bound northeast, Livery and all the over. The 475 radar contact, the 47 miles north of Rapid City VR. Showing the areas, start with light precipitation, my current position, turning into heavy precipitation. Going from about Pier 12 all the way to your 10 o'clock. That is the one in Aviation.
We got it on our radar here.
Jersey radar contact the altitude.
8.2.
Jersey Roger, and verify swap is going to be at 3401.
Roger, you got the split now. We got 3401.
Turn left heading 120, I maintain lane level 390.
That's 120.
Denver Center, good day, United 859 with you, level at flight level 390, inbound waypoint Ludo, 25 miles.
I United 859 Denver Center right now.
I did, United 859.
United 859, radar contact you terminal 17, over your. United 1339, via 13, arrival at Denver landing, and now then route 018. direct to Pueblo VOR, pop unit for broker. And at 26-4 radar contact, climbing to flight level 380.
Okay, we're 1,000 over right now. So that would be landing weight 142.4.
Rushing into 23, clear direct to 30, maintain on reaching the level 220, maintain
One knot
at 25.
change in the landing speed. Let's get set up for Denver approach. 120350. I don't know if Denver approach is still there. Don't have the 280s frequencies, but no approach. So we might be sticking with these. is the first waypoint in the arrival star.
It's a 23, maintain 16,000 the trip September 3032.
Pump was 9.4.
Plane at 2133, Livery, fully up line right access was terminated, frequency change approved. Bomb 06 Livery, frequency up line right access was terminated, frequency.
Over start 5, Bomb 26, thanks for your help. See you.
United to 23 cross 30 outer above 13,000, cleared ILS runway 17 approaching.
Cross 30 outer above 13,000.
The center is good, in United 1970, 15 miles southwest of the page for your at platform system 2.
United 1977, center right of contact there. November 9 Romeo Broadly Orange Street, Kansas City Southline radar shift is terminated, frequency change approved. United 1023, no traffic observed between here and the Montrose Airport report. I previously frequency radar shift is terminated, frequency change approved.
Clearance delivery, Baron 200 Sierra Papa, is IFR to Greeley, Golf X-ray uniform, or correction, Yankee, with Victor Rick Gun.
Baron 200 Sierra Papa, Denver Center, just verify equipment specification is Planefinder.
Yeah, 00 Papa, I've got the standard equipment with
Roger, I'll put you down as Golf. All that transfer shortly.
00 Papa, thank you.
November 2 is departed after VFR climb to 15,500, request IFR to Louisiana.
And November 22 Whiskey here, Mr. Walk is 0664 and after the data control airport, so you have to call me for that.
My apologies, 0664 in the box, Panasonic Tower, full advice to the future, November 22 Whiskey here.
November 2000 Papa, are you able to maintain 8,000? Just go back to your registration.
Yeah, we can do 8,000, 00 Papa.
Over 00 Papa, Roger, clear to the Livery of the airport to be number 2 commercial radar passengers, correct? The maintain 8,000. Departure is destination 4331.
Okay, Baron 00 Papa is cleared to Greeley Airport, Denver 2 departure, vectors, and then direct, 8,000, and this frequency on departure, 4331 in the box.
Number 00 Papa, are you back here? Call me 10.
00 Papa, calling you next.
November 2 is secure radar contact 9 miles south of the residence. You are clear to Mike here at Yankee Airport to be right from that south. Allow me to play the 390.
Direct away, up to 390 for Whiskey.
Running with 30 on 50, Cosmic Mark Space, LA top line frequency change approved.
What would he get?
United 859 descent VSC 30 arrival Denver landing south of the Nevada is going to be 3018.
Okay, 3018 and expect the descent via the ski 3 arrival. Can we request ILS 165?
I'll get the airport system and the runway is.
Roger.
United 1336, expect ILS 161 from Kale. Delta 475, Mid-Atlantic Philly top line radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
center bearing 2000 Papa at Charlie 2 hangars. We are ready to taxi with Victor. 00 Papa, standing by.
Sierra Bravo. You ready to go? November Sierra Bravo, or Sierra Papa, sorry, you ready to text?
Yeah, 00 Papa, we're ready to go.
November Sierra Papa, runway 30 right, taxi out across the 63.
30 right via Alpha, crossing 3 for bearing 00 Papa.
Denver Center, United 859.
United 859.
Will you be clearing me to a lower altitude, or should I just descend via the ski 3?
United 859, same purpose, that's for the views there. All I got to do is just proceed across the restrictions. Speed restrictions.
Okay, so I'm clear to descend via the stop.
Yep, cleared via UC stretch.
Roger, we'll go. So let's dial it down to flight level 220. Radar is telling us this mucky weather. 20.35 still.
United 628 Livery, South Line Radar Solutions, terminated frequency change group.
To the dark side, 26
Top of descent in 3.5 miles.
There's a couple of one pushing call and I need to pull back to take off.
Okay, descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude has been set. Recall check.
That
Auto-
4 heavy, give me a full
Auto brake
clear.
set to 3. Landing data VRAF flexibility 145
Or again, it's probably about 60
plus
and
8
80%
knots.
call it. Creep on this, good.
8 knots. And the approach briefing has been completed. Descent checklist complete. I am expecting vectors.
That's right. United 2064 Livery, South Line Radar Solutions, terminated frequency change group. So I have to figure out the ground and Henry can contact for 21.35.
Center bearing 2000 Papa ready for departure 30 right, Victor.
November 00 Papa, contact at November 0.35, so pass that part.
Okay, over to departure, thank you, 00 Papa.
Delta 8147 ready to contact 47 miles northeast of the Leo.
Basing was 8.5. KT000 was 8.1.
And November 260 check out the altitude is 395, sign up to 390.
1200.
Okay,
142.6.
United 859 contact Denver approach 120.35.
Over to Denver approach on 12035, United 859. Good night.
There's no problem. Just let me know when you have the weather node approach requested and the Greeley altimeter. I don't have it, so the Denver altimeter 3018. I'll give you Greeley as soon as I can.
3018, and we'll give you those calls up next.
Denver approach, good evening, United 859 with you descending on the Ski 3 arrival. Can you request ILS 16 left?
United 859 Denver, yeah, you can expect an ILS.
Expecting ILS 16 left, United 859.
United 13 at 36, runway at 16 left, good one. And 36, 120, 01, minor adjust. Frontier 1993 done. Frontier flight 1993 Denver. No, I said Frontier 1993, expect runway 17 right.
Denver departure, Baron 2000 Papa. We have the weather and ATIS at Greeley. We'll request the RNAV for 28.
There's for Papa, Roger. Frontier 1993, it'll be runway 17 right.
Like it's storming on the outside.
Probably set 28.
Upper RNAV 28300 Papa.
We lost the
Do
weather.
you want to do the procedure turn at cows, or do you want that for the fun?
Yeah, I'll get some practice with the procedure turn. Let's go direct cows if I can.
0 Papa, direct cows, for procedure turn inbound.
0 Papa, direct cows will report direct inbound. 0 Papa.
United 859, change to my frequency 126.1.
126.1, United 859.
United 859, are you over here on 26-1?
Yep, United 859 is with you.
Thanks. November 00 Papa, just looking up, could you hear that United 859 just a second ago?
00 Papa, I can't say one way or another, I didn't hear it.
United 859, did you just hear the aircraft I talked to?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
He's at 8,000.
United 1336, roll it all the way to the end, exit last, exit parking via Foxtrot. November 0 Sierra Papa across cows that are about 7,000, cleared RNAV to approach Greeley Airport.
Cows out of road, 7,000, cleared for the RNAV 28 into Greeley, 00 Papa.
November 0 Sierra Papa, how will this approach terminate? A full stop, or are you planning to do more than one?
I'll do a full stop tonight, thank you.
Check that QNH again. Turbulence coming into Denver.
Approach, good evening, you're recording. You're 194, back on for very tough. And Air Corio 201, did you receive a PDC? It looks like it was sent. Just double checking. Affirmative, Editors. Alright, so just advise when you're ready to taxi when you're runway 17.
So we need to be 210 knots by cliff.
That's
Just right up there.
right. Sorry, yeah, 17 is what it'll be.
approach, Frontier 2429, register.
Frontier 2429 is loud and clear, how about me? Frontier 2429, that one was unreadable, but it was loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you store any electronic devices until you are safe to park to clear, as use of such devices could interfere with the electronic landing equipment on board the aircraft. In final preparation of the landing, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seatbacks are in the upright position, and your tray tables are stowed. Any hand luggage should be underneath the seat in front of you or placed in the overhead locker. The flight attendants will be passing through the cabin one last time to complete their final compliance check and to collect any remaining cups or glasses.
I'm not sure if you can see it in that outside view, but Denver Airport's 2 hour right. Now we're on vectors.
Unit 859, turn right, heading 030.
Right heading 030, United 859. Let's go to platform.
Unit 83, runway 17 right, taxi east out of the ramp, and then Mike.
Captain crew, take your seats for landing.
United 859, turn right, heading 080.
Right heading 080, United 859.
United 859, turn right, heading 140.
Right, heading 140, United 859.
United 859, 7 miles from LEAP, maintain 8,000 until established on a localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
Cleared ILS 16 left approach, and cleared to capture ILS only once I get to 8,000 feet, United 859.
Yeah, 859, you can capture it above that if you're above it. It's maintain 8,000 until you're fully established.
Maintain 8,000 until fully established, United 859. Approach mode. Okay.
United 859, the wind 21019, gust 27, runway 16, watch, clear line.
Clear line, runway 16 left, United 859. Okay, let's go to flaps 5, speed check. Flaps 5.
November 0, Sierra Papa, I don't need a report. The radio services are terminated, change to advisory frequency approved. Report for cancellation of IFR in the air or the ground. 0, Papa, over about to report cows inbound. We have the airport in sight, so we'll cancel IFR at this time and squawk, and we'll change over to Unicom. 0, Papa, thanks. IFR cancellation received. Squawk maintain VFR. See you later. Over to VFR. Thank you very much for your service today.
And flaps 15, speed check. Flap 15. Flaps 30, speed check. Flaps 30. 145 plus 8 is 153. Okay. Landing checklist. Engine start switches to continuous. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down, and flaps are set and green light. Landing checklist completed. So we're gonna vacate left at Foxtrot 4.
Vector 1993, the wind 2101, air gust 27, runway 17 right, there for takeoff.
Autopilot disconnect.
Approaching 16 left.
Approaching minimum.
Auto throttle disconnect.
200. Minimums.
Landing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Flight 1993, ready to contact, sail to. We are 6,000, you're 1993, thank you. Climb and maintain flight level 230, and you can turn right direct Connor. Yeah, turn right direct Connor, and climb and maintain
Flight level
Approaching
230.
3, 4,
This
right.
Foxtrot form.
United 859, take it all the way to the end, exit left, Foxtrot to park.
Okay, all the way to the end and a left turn, Foxtrot to park, United 859.
Denver Post Skyway is 5737 with you. Speed restriction 300 till flatty transition.
Okay, 5737, Denver, or under, and ILS 16 left.
ILS 16 left for Skyway 5737.
FedEx 220 heavy here. FedEx 220. Hey, I see it in there. I don't have a flight plan for you, so it's hard for me to get you going.
Good evening, Control. Apologies. Get that. Yeah.
Foxtrot to park.
Approach Air Choreo 201 ready for taxi.
The Choreo 201, runway 17 right, taxi via Lima, Mike 10.
Right via Lima Mike 10.
Actually, Air Choreo 201, just as you taxi out of the ramp, just transition to Bravo Sierra, and then it'll be straight ahead to 17 right via Bravo Sierra. Sorry, Charlie Sierra, I misspoke. The Choreo 201, I misspoke. It's taxi via Charlie Sierra out of the ramp.
It's not going to be this one, it'll be the next one.
Korea 201, did you copy that? I messed up your initial taxi instruction. Just taxi via Charlie Sierra, and then it turns into Mike 10.
Charlie Sierra to Mike 10, then it's straight on to 17 right.
Sky 5737, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, 5737.
Yeah, 1123 Denver, it'll be via ILS 16 left. Did he give you a speed assignment? I asked if he gave you a speed. Yeah, 1123, did he give you a speed assignment? And expect 16 left. Alright. Run your 1983 connect Denver Center on 127.65. Okay, 5737, turn right heading 130, descend and maintain at 1000.
130, 1000, Sky 5337.
The Korea 201, you're going to start moving. I do have traffic that's coming up behind you.
Yeah, we're making our way out now. Corridor 2.
Yeah, 859. I don't know where you're going to park today, but just give way to an Airbus that's ahead and to your right on the east side of the ramp there.
Roger. Yep, we'll give way to the Airbus United 859.
FedEx 220 Heavy, just hold position there. There's going to be aircraft that taxi off your nose there for 17 right.
FedEx 220 on position.
And to Denver Central, good evening, United 1378 inbound flatty.
Yeah, 1378 Denver, repeat at 250, then descend and maintain 13,000.
B250, descend and maintain 3,000 on 1378.
Okay, 1378, then 13,000.
13,000 on 1378 for function.
Sky was 5737. Just verify you're on a 130 heading like that.
A 130, 5337.
Yeah, 1123, turn 15 degrees right, vector ILS 16 left. United 1378, expect the ILS 16 left. Oreo 201, and he's going to taxiway out your left, so just transition left to that taxiway, and then continue straight ahead.
The left taxiway, continue straight ahead,
Oreo 201, you're going to pass in front of the FedEx Heavy MD-11 there, just a little short on Mike. Just let me know when you're ready at 17, alright? Go 5737, flighting 120.
120, 5337.
Yeah, 1123, flighting 120, just going to maintain 10,000.
Depending on the flight before arrival, about I'd say a good 55-ish miles to the northwest of the field, but current flight now is 1%.
Alright, Sky 58, 68, 93, Denver, okay. Korea 201, runway 17, right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 17 right, Korea 201.
Sky 5737, it's going to maintain 8,000.
8,000, 53.
Oh, I never did see how the real flight was going. As soon as I park, I'll check that.
Center FedEx 21.
I'm sorry, who was that?
FedEx.
FedEx 221, registered position.
The short runway, 7 left.
I don't see you at all. Ah, there you are. You just popped up there. That's 221. Okay, I have a flight plan for a FedEx 220.
From center, flight plan is correct for 221.
Alright, like I said, I show only a FedEx 220, so you'll have to refile it with 221.
Affirm.
Sky was 5737, flighting 140, intercept the localizer.
140, intercept the localizer for 5737.
Traffic, traffic.
Level 210, flighting 4, with information Bravo to maintain 250 in the transition. Okay, 5268, Denver, ILS 16 left. Purpose 16 left. Sky 5268 from this. 5260. FedEx 221 heavy taxi up to hold short of 17.
Okay.
Detective 2 hold short 1. Right.
Prompt at 0344.
5737, 10 from the final approach, fix, maintain 8,000 until established, clear ILS terrain 16 right approach.
Maintain 8,000 until established and then clear for 16 left approach, Skyway 5737.
Korea 201, radar contact, say altitude.
Air Korea 201, passing 7,000.
Korea 201, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230 or Korea 201?
Denver approach, good evening, United 1970, on the Ski 3, arrival with Bravo.
United 1970, Denver, hello, ILS 16 left.
16 left, United 970.
FedEx 221 heavy, you're cleared to Atlanta, FT7 departure as filed, maintain or correction climb via SID, squawk 0602.
621, clear to Atlanta, filed squawk. Say again, squawk.
FedEx 221 heavy 0602.
Squawk 0602, FedEx 221.
FedEx 221 heavy, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 17 right, FedEx 221.
Yeah, 23, fighting 140.
Request deboarding.
United 1378, flight present heading, descend and maintain 1000.
Present heading, descend maintain 1000.
Sky was I'm sorry, who was that? Yeah, I didn't get a call from him. United 1378, just verify, was you going to get a call sign present heading down to 11,000?
Present heading to 11,000, United 1378.
Got 5737, right 16 lost, middle land.
Okay, so our elapsed time was
5737.
2 hours, 4 minutes.
Yeah, 1123, making 250 knots, still advised.
Takeoff time was 0130. Landing time was 0334. Fuel remaining
1378, 250 knots, still advised.
7,359
250 knots,
pounds.
full value, United 6078.
And then landing rate. Before I do that, let's check if we can.
Direct to solar, Korea 20.
United 1378, turn right heading 140.
140, United 1378.
SkyWest 6893, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 11,000, vectors approach.
Alright, 120, 11, 11,000, 6893.
Center approach now 1432, which is sending me down from 24,000.
I don't know what happened to it.
250 knots with the transition.
United
Yeah,
859.
1432 Denver, hello, ILS 16 left.
ILS 16 left, 1432.
FedEx 221, radar contact, verify 0602 on the code for me.
Second, FedEx.
FedEx 221, radar contact, squawk 0602, and you can climb and maintain 12230.
Flight level 230, squawk 0670.
Nope, 0602.
0602, apologies, FedEx.
No worries, we got it now.
Tell me what happened to the United 859.
127.65, recorder 201, thank you very much. See ya.
Alright, use Josh for a hot mic. FedEx 221, direct up key.
I think I see it. You know,
Yeah, 1378 on the 140 heading, interceptor 16 left localizer.
I'm going to.
Heading 140, descend, intercept to locals around.
It says it's.
Yeah, 1123,
it's
intercept the
en route.
localizer on that heading.
United 859.
Yeah, 1123.
Oh, because it's
maintain 180
probably not a
knots
max.
or greater till lead. Descend to maintain 8,000
Let's
till
try and
established.
just
Complete
search
ILS
for it.
16 left approach.
Yeah, I probably defined it. So UAL 859.
Denver approach Delta 2663 on the ground at Alpha 49 with information Oscar requesting I-4 to Salt Lake City as well.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't show up on this for some strange reason. But if I look at
yeah, 1123 looks like we're through the localizer. Turn left heading 080, just going to maintain 8,000.
it is coming, and there it is. So it's weird.
Yeah,
It's showing up on FlightAware, but not on
you went through the localizer. If you can get on it, let me know, and I can let you go
Planefinder.
straight in. But
UAL.
yeah, 1378 normal speed,
Oh.
and you're 10 from lead. Just going to maintain 8,000.
It's UAL 589, but mine is
Pardon,
859.
fluid, para Portugal, Monteco,
Wow.
United 1378.
Did I get the flight number wrong? 589.
Good evening.
UAL 589. Gosh, that's crazy.
Okay, with 6893, flighting 140, just going to maintain 8,000.
140, 8,000, Sky with 6893.
So
Sky with 5286,
there
flighting
it is
130,
coming
just
in.
going to maintain 900,000.
Confirm 160,
Different
900,000.
routing than I had.
Sky with 5268, flighting
This is coming in
130,
from the
just going
north.
to maintain 900,000.
Maintain 900,000, heading 130, Sky with 50.
And it is a
Yeah, 1123, heading
737
080.
800. Let's actually check that.
FedEx 221
Yeah,
heavy connect center
737,
on
And it's
127.65.
589, not 859. So I transcribed the flight number incorrectly. Okay, and it still hasn't quite arrived. But I think it should be, let's see, has it got a gate number here?
Yeah, 1123, it's firing that turn to an 80 heading.
Denver B23, okay, even it had a gate change. Bravo 23. When I looked at it last, it was Bravo 49.
We're going eastbound. Unless you have the airport
where I'm at.
Do 17 right, I can do that
I'm
too,
gonna
but
turn the HC off. Okay, so the $64 million question is, what was my landing rate? Do you think that was a good landing? Not so good. I think yesterday's landing was better. Oh, what's this? That's weird. I'm not getting the beeps on this anymore. Anyway, let's take a look at Smart Cars 3. It's been filed and landing rate 87 feet per minute. Yep, so it wasn't as good as yesterday, but it's still not bad. 87 feet per minute. All right. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure.
Good evening.
I'm not sure if anybody tuned in, but if you're looking at this recording, this was again Sector 3 of 7 on the United Virtuals Hub Hop tour. So we started in Houston Intercontinental, flew to LAX. From LA we flew to San Francisco, and then this flight San Francisco to Denver. So the next flight will be Denver to Chicago, and then after that Chicago to Newark, and then to Washington Dulles, and then back to the point of origin at Houston Intercontinental. I've flown these first 3 sectors in a relatively good succession, maybe skipping a day between them, but I'm not going to be able to fly for the next 4 or 5 days, but probably in the week after the weekend, I'll probably get back in the cockpit and fly the next sector. So anyway, thanks for flying with us. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and be careful of the high altitude in Denver. You can get exhausted and out of breath real quick. Ciao for now.